Hi, it's Izzy from CavyCompanions. The guinea pigs got scared when I started talking. But anyway, first I would like to say a couple things before I start this video. First thing is, I'm really sorry I haven't made a video in a couple weeks. I was on vacation and then I was really busy when I came back. So it was hard to make a video and do all the editing and stuff. Hi! There we go. And the second thing is that I'm using a new camera. I got a camera for my birthday. I've been using my iPhone for all other videos, so hopefully this camera works better, but I'm sorry if it sounds different or looks different or the zoom is a little weird because I'm still kind of getting used to it. This is the first video I've ever made on it. So yeah. And then the third thing is thank you for over 200 subscribers. I really appreciate it. I think I have 217 subscribers last time I checked, and I just really love that. So thank you guys for subscribing and commenting and sending me messages and all that stuff. I really, really appreciate it. So let's get on with the video. So today's video, really don't do that, is going to be all about fleece. So I'm going to talk to you guys what you need to look for when you're buying fleece, what to do when you get fleece, how to clean fleece, and pros and cons of having fleece and things that you use under your fleece. So first thing is when you first get your fleece, when you're going to buy your fleece, if you go to Joann's, yourfleece.com, a local fabric store, any other place where you can find fleece, make sure it's 100% polyester. On Joann's, you either want to look for polar fleece or anti-pill fleece. Those are the two most recommended, but it doesn't have to be any of those. You just want 100% polyester fleece. So yeah, you want to make sure it's 100% polyester. So when you first come home with your new fleece, you want to throw it in the wash a couple of times. Fleece has a overcoat of, it's like a water resistant, or I don't know what it's called, but it holds the water on top of the fleece or any liquid on top of the fleece when you first buy it before you wash it. So you want to get rid of that because you want the fleece to, you want the urine or the liquid to go through the fleece and onto the bottom level of your cage, onto whatever's under the fleece. So yeah, you want to wash your fleece at least once, but it would be best if you washed it 2 or 3 times just to make sure that little overcoat over the fleece is completely off. So when you wash your fleece, you want to make sure you have it on like medium or hot on in your washer, the water temperature, and then you want to just use a detergent, whatever you use, but you want to make sure with whatever detergent you use that it's not, it doesn't have any fabric softener, because if you use fabric softener in your detergent, that will bring back that overcoat of the like water, I don't even know what it's called, but yeah, so you don't want to use any fabric softener. And then when you throw it in the dryer, you don't want to use any dryer sheets because that will have that overcoat come back onto the fleece if you use dryer sheets. So when you wash fleece, I'm just going to go over it again. With whatever soap or detergent you use, don't use any fabric softener. And when you dry it, don't use any dryer sheets. So yeah, and that's how you wash your fleece. And you can just wash it in your washer. Some people use those washer bags. I don't know what they're called, but you can put like your fleece in a bag, like a specifically made bag to put in your washer. And you can throw it in there if you're having troubles with hay or hair getting all over your washer. And then some people also go to the laundromat, either because they don't have a washer and dryer, or like me, because my parents won't allow me to wash the guinea pig things in the washer, in my washer and dryer at home. So I go to the laundromat. It's easy for me because I'm used to it now, but for some people that might be why they don't want to use fleece, is because they can't use their own washer or dryer, or they have like a community one in their apartment complex or something like that. But yeah, you can use the laundromat and that works too. Some laundromats don't allow you to wash pet things, but you might want to ask them, or if they ever mention it, then just find another laundromat. And so yeah, that's how you wash and dry your fleece when you first get it. Now I'm going to talk about what different materials you can use under your fleece for when the urine, your guinea pig's urine, wicks through and goes through the fleece and onto the bottom layer. My favorite thing that I use under my fleece is these U-Haul pads. It's just like recycled denim, I think, or recycled fabric, I'm not quite sure, but it's soft. It kind of feels like fleece. Not as soft, it has little bumps in it, but it's still pretty smooth. and it works really well. It really absorbs the urine that wicks through the fleece, and I really like it. It seems to work best with smell and everything, and the guinea pigs don't chew it, and it's all great. I have this one, this U-Haul, sewn to the fleece. Try to focus it. But you can also just get some U-Haul pads from the U-Haul store. You can also get them online. I think one U-Haul pad is $8, and I think that's big enough to like fit my entire 3x5 cage. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure. So if you have like a smaller cage than a 3x5, one sheet should be able to fit your cage. So yeah, you can just use the U-Haul pad underneath without it sewn to your fleece, and then put a layer of fleece on top. That works too. It's just easier. I just got it sewn onto my fleece, which is easier for me to wash. But whatever works for you. And then you can also, sometimes people who sew and sell stuff on guinea pig websites or whatever, they'll sew the U-Haul to the fleece, so you can buy those online. And then another option, which I would think is the second best option, is to use towels under your fleece. The pros with that is you can reuse them, and they're easy to wash, but some of the cons with using towels are they do smell really quickly. I think I've used towels before, and they seem to smell quicker than other things that I've used. So you would need to clean your cage more often or use more layers of towels. Like if you only have one layer and it starts smelling after a couple days, you might want to use 2 layers of towels. So yeah, you need to have a lot of extra towels. But yeah, and then another con with it is the towels can get really heavy because of all the pee that gets absorbed into them. But that's not a huge problem. But that's just one of the cons. But a pro is that they're easy to get because you can just use old towels you have laying around. You can even find like cheap ones, clearance ones, I don't know, you can find whatever you want. And they're reusable, so you can just wash them like you wash your fleece. The next best option, I think, is puppy pads under your fleece. I use just puppy pads from Walmart or wherever. You can just get whatever kind of puppy pads you want. I like them because they absorb the urine really, really well under the fleece, and they don't smell at all, not like towels when I use them. They don't smell as much as towels. They seem to do better with odor. One of the cons, though, is that if your guinea pig is a big chewer and they like to chew plastic, puppy pads do have a plastic. Here, I'll show you. And Millie's going to be like, what? Puppy pads have this, they have like this soft material here that absorbs the pee and the urine and whatever. And then this plastic, which I don't know why they have the plastic on it, just to like put on your floor and protect your floor, I guess if you use it for puppies, your floor from the urine, your dog's urine. But some guinea pigs like to chew on this plastic. I've had some guinea pigs that really like to chew on it. Some of my fosters do. So I don't use that in their cage. But Millie is really great. She doesn't chew it. I think she's chewed it once and she just tasted it. She didn't even do any damage to it. But that's one con. So if your guinea pig's a big chewer, then I would not use puppy pads. And another con with using puppy pads is that they aren't reusable, so you have to throw them away, which is kind of a waste, and they're not expensive, but they're not cheap. So yeah, that's a con with them. They seem to work out for me, come on camera, better than towels. Hi, don't chew on the grip. Stop that. And then the last thing that you can use under your fleece is newspaper. I would really not recommend this because it like dyed my coroplast. Like I have a huge word from the newspaper on my coroplast when I used it once, and I don't even know, it's weird. But so yeah, that's one of the reasons I don't like to use it. A pro with using newspaper is it's really easy to get. Like you just use, once you're done reading your newspaper that they deliver, then you can just put it in your cage. And so yeah, that's a good option, but it also gets wet really quickly, and it doesn't help with odor or anything. So that's not why it's not the best option, is because it gets really smelly fast and it stains your coroplast, and you have to use a lot of newspaper, and it's not reusable. But anyway, you can use a combination of these different things to put under your fleece. You can use U-Haul pads and puppy pads. You can use U-Haul pads and newspaper. You can use puppy pads and newspaper. For example, if you wanted to, you could use a layer of puppy pads at the very bottom of your cage, then a layer of towels, then a layer of fleece. So yeah, that's one example of how you can combine those layers under your fleece, but you can kind of do whatever works best for you. I experimented with a lot. I had newspaper, then towels, then fleece, then I've had puppy pads, then fleece, then I've had newspaper and fleece, then I've had fleece and U-Haul pads, but the fleece and U-Haul pad combination seems to work the best for me, especially since my guinea pigs use their litter boxes a lot to pee. They usually only pee right next to them and sometimes near their water, but that's really it for them, so it kind of depends on your guinea pigs. What you doing? Hi. Hi. You gonna smell me? Give me kisses? Okay, then I'm going to tell you guys about some dangers with using fleece and other bedding materials. Some risks that using fleece is that if they get holes in them or they are ripped or something, then the little threads of fleece the guinea pigs can chew them and get caught in their throat, or they can get their feet stuck on them. But these are very rare, and it's definitely a lower risk than using other bedding like aspen shavings or things like that, because aspen shavings can irritate your guinea pig skin. Carefresh can be really dusty. So in my opinion, fleece is the best option, but it kind of depends on your lifestyle and how your guinea pigs are, their personalities, and how much they urinate all over and things like that. And Burley is kissing me. Thank you. No nibbles, just kisses. And Millie's like, how about me? How about me? Hi. And then let me just say one more option. There's two other options besides using Coroplast, which I'll just say is that works with fleece, is you can use linoleum flooring, which I don't know how that would work, because I don't know exactly what that is, but you can use it. It's like kind of like if you have plastic tile flooring in your bathroom or something, that's probably linoleum flooring. Or you can use a tablecloth instead of Coroplast. And this is, you guys don't know who this is, but this is Jasmine. I'm just pet sitting her for my friend Cassandra while she's on vacation, and this is her playpen while I'm home. But while I'm not home, she's in this cage right there. But that's not her permanent cage, the pet store cage. She lives in a 2x4 CNC cage at my friend's house, but she has to be in the pet store cage when she's here. But I use a plastic tablecloth under this fleece in the playpen, and that works out really well. And Jasmine, she's like, what? She's a Himalayan Abyssinian Peruvian mix, and she's actually a sanctuary guinea pig for the rescue that I volunteer at, and so does my friend. So a sanctuary guinea pig means that they live their rest of their lives at the rescue because they're too old or they have medical issues that they can't be adopted out. So Jasmine's almost 8 years old, so she's definitely too old to be adopted out. And Cassandra, my friend, has had her for 2 years now. So yeah, that's just Jasmine's little playpen. And back to fleece. A couple of ways to help keep your fleece more clean and keep the urine in a specific place is you can use litter boxes like I have. They're just like plastic cat litter boxes, and they work out really well. And the guinea pigs usually, as they don't poop in there all the time, but they do pee in there a lot of the time. Millie usually only pees 1 or 2 times outside of her litter box, and Fosters like Burley do a little bit more, but they're pretty good about it. So that's a good way, and it's also a good way to keep a lot of hay off your fleece, because hay is really hard to get off fleece. Like these big pieces like this, you can just pick up. Actually put it back in her hay rack. But it's hard to get all the hay off of your fleece, so giving your guinea pigs a place, like even just a towel underneath your hay, is better than just having it right on the fleece. It's easier to get hay off of the towel than on fleece. So hay box or litter box or towel or anything under your hay is probably a good option, because that's where guinea pigs go to the bathroom most. So yeah, and then also I've been getting this question I've gotten this question 1 or 2 times, I think, but some people have asked how you get hair and fleece off of your hair and hay off of your fleece when you're fully cleaning your cage. What I do is I take it outside and I just shake it as much as I can. Like I shake it really hard, and that usually helps get the hay and hair off the best. And I also have like a rubber brush called, I think it's called a Furby-Gon, that I got at Petco or something a while ago, that I just brush off the fleece, and that usually gets a lot of it off. You can also use like a rubber dog brush, which I know some people use and works out really well. So yeah, you can use that. And also having a kitchen area where you have your like water bottle, your pellets, and your fleece, and your, why do I keep saying fleece instead of hay? And your hay is also a good way to keep a lot of hay and hair and urine and poop off of your fleece, because they usually go to the bathroom where they eat and drink. So yeah, that would cover it. So daily maintenance for your fleece is you just want to take see like there's little poops over here. I cleaned the cage yesterday, so that's kind of what it looks like. And there's a couple poops over here and some hay and more poop over there. So every day you want to take let me get it. Ugh. Here we go. A dustpan and broom. This one's from IKEA. It's not my favorite one, and I'll probably get a new one, because this one kind of sticks to the fleece, but it does its job so far. And you just take it and you sweep up all the hays and poops once or twice a day, or even more, depending on your guinea pigs. And that's basically the daily maintenance. And also a good way to keep hair off your fleece is to have cuddle cups or huts, like these Gems Custom Crafts huts, because the guinea pigs will sleep in those and the hair will get in those and not on your fleece. So yeah, that's pretty much all about fleece. I hope this helped you guys if you were deciding between getting fleece or switching to fleece if you have bedding, or even if you're just planning on getting a guinea pig and we're deciding if you want to choose bedding or fleece. But yeah, I hope this really helped, and let me know if you have any other questions. And also be looking out for a video tomorrow on Millie, because it is her birthday tomorrow, and she will be, if this will focus, 2 years old. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you later. Say bye, birdie. Say bye. Say bye. Look at your cute piggy lips. Say bye-bye. Bye. He's talking.